What's up guys, LQ here with the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me here at my YouTube channel. This is where I talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that I love to talk about. Movies, video games, comic books, and TV shows. And right now I want to talk about the Apple Plus original film, Wolves. And this is a movie starring George Clooney and Brad Pitt, where they both play cleaners, where something happens, a crime happens, or a murder happens, or a death happens, or whatever the case may be. People in power want to clean this up and hide it, so they call these people. They come in, they clean it up, they hide the evidence, they take care of witnesses, and they clean it, right? You know, we've seen people like this in other crime movies before, other mob-related, mafia-related movies, things like that. What I liked about this was the size of it. It didn't get to be this huge film with this gigantic cast of characters. It was very much focused on our two leads, Brad Pitt and George Clooney. They have great chemistry together. They play well off of each other. You can tell that they like each other in real life, and it's fun seeing this contentious relationship where one person who is involved calls George Clooney, Margaret, Holly from The Office. It was great seeing her in this. She calls George Clooney. The owner of the hotel that this happened in calls Brad Pitt. So they're called by different people to do the same job. They're forced to work together. You can tell they don't like each other. It's contentious throughout the whole movie, but eventually they form an understanding. They even form somewhat of a friendship, and it's nice seeing that story play out. That's really what this movie is about the two of them and their friendship that started under very contentious, very adversarial circumstances. They get pitted up with this kid who got wrapped up into everything. At first he was the victim of a death. He ended up surviving, and then he became a bigger part of the story, a bigger part of this mess that they're trying to clean up. And what I really liked about his character was not him. I mean, he did a good enough job portraying, I think Austin Abrams played him. He did a good enough job portraying this kid. But what I liked was the effect that this kid had on George Clooney and Brad Pitt's character, seeing them grow beyond the role that they played in their life and actually have empathy for and take compassion on this kid, I thought was great. So definitely a cool story, definitely neat seeing their relationship form. It was a little slow. This was a very dialogue-driven movie. There was some funny parts, but the funny parts weren't popping constantly. This was very much a slow burn type movie where you weren't getting that constant action gratification or that constant comedic gratification. You were getting gratification from seeing the slow burn of this relationship develop. So I would go positive on this movie, but I would caution you that this is not an action movie. This isn't a comedy. This is very much a relationship drama between two people who have similar lifestyles that require them to live a lonely life. And their similar lifestyles happen to be these crazy lifestyles that most of us aren't going to be able to relate with. But what was cool about it was seeing their relationship form. We still found ways to relate to them because the storytelling was that good. So like I said, I would go positive on this, but I don't know that this is going to be for everybody. Anyways, that's my take on Wolves. Have you seen it? Let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. While you're down there commenting, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, we'll see you guys later.